Jane.
All right, Louise, thanks so much. That is the BBC News at 6. Now it's time to get the very latest wherever you are from the team here. Have a very good evening. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Jane. Welcome to Wales Today. I'm Lucy Owen. The headlines. The funeral of rock singer Mike Peters of The Alarm has taken place in his home village of Dyserth in Denbighshire. Thousands of fans gathered, lining the streets to say a final goodbye.
Amazing. He's been the soundtrack to my life for 40 plus years.
There was that personal touch. He always had time for his fans.
But I'm more happy than sad, and Mike wants it that way.
Friends and fellow musicians remembered him as the down-to-earth rock star who personified the message of the charity he co-founded: love, hope, strength.
Also tonight, the health board that covers West Wales says changes are urgently needed, with some services described as fragile. He sold fake diet pills made with poison online. Kyle Enos from Maesteg is jailed for 3 years. As the Welsh Government promises more support for the Welsh language at the Eisteddfod, criticism of a lack of detail in the plan to prevent the decline in speakers.
Good evening from Denmark, where it's Nations League football for Wales's women. A final chance to fine-tune plans ahead of their first major tournament this summer.
Good evening, Noswaith. He was the front man of Welsh rockers The Alarm and a long-standing cancer campaigner and fundraiser. Today, thousands of fans gathered in Denbighshire for the funeral of Mike Peters, who died last month, aged 66, after living with cancer for 30 years. A man who sold fake diet pills online which contained poison has been jailed for 3 years. Cardiff Crown Court has told Kyle Enos began selling the pills just months after his release from prison for selling fentanyl. David Grundy reports. The UK government's disability welfare reforms could cut the incomes of people here by nearly £500 million by the end of the decade, according to new analysis. Data analytics company Policy and Practice told the BBC's Walescast podcast that almost 190,000 people, 6% of the population, could be directly affected. Our Money editor Felicity Evans reports. Well, there is much more information on the BBC Wales News website, and you can find out more detail on how people in your county will be affected. Just scan this QR code with camera on your mobile phone or tablet. That will take you directly to the website link where you can read more on this story. You're watching Wales Today. Still to come. She's representing Wales at the Miss World competition in India, and medical student Millie May Adams is using her platform to put a spotlight on knife crime.
And the Met Office has said that Wales has provisionally seen its sunniest spring on record. So what's in store over the next few days? Join me later for that full forecast.
To the Urdd National Eisteddfod next, where the Welsh Language Secretary has outlined plans to give more support to the Welsh language in areas where it's strongest. The move comes amid concern that the language is declining in its heartlands. But some say Mark Drakeford has not given enough detail. From Margam, Roger Lewis reports. Now, a medical student from Cardiff is putting the spotlight on knife crime as part of her bid to become Miss World. Millie May Adams, who's currently at the month-long contest in India, teaches young people what they should do if they come across injuries caused by street violence. Our education and family correspondent Bethan Lewis reports. Football now, and Wales's women may be just weeks away from a first appearance at a European Championships, but the players insist their focus this week is on staying in the top tier of the Nations League. Wales's final game will be against Italy in 4 days. Before then, it's Denmark in Odense, and Thomas is there for us tonight. Thomas. Well, time for the weather forecast now. Sabrina is here. What do you have in store for us, Sabrina?
Hi, Lucy. Just a few more days left to go of meteorological spring. So each day we do have a weather front that will push across the country, Saying that, I don't think the rain will be too heavy, so we will see some drier and brighter spells, but quite a lot of cloud, and you'll probably notice the breeze at times too. So earlier on today, the Met Office issued some provisional weather statistics for the sunshine. So it does look like we've seen. That's your forecast. See you soon, Lucy.
Sabrina, thank you so much. And that is Wales Today. We'll be back after the BBC News at 10, but for now, from all of us on the programme, thank you so much for watching. Have a great evening. Hwyl fawr i chi.
Y diweddaraf o Gymru ar flaenau dyfysedd, ar ap BBC Cymru Fyw. Straeon sy'n bwysig i ti, am dy gymuned, dy ardal, dy wlad, a llawer mwy. Y gorau o Gymru, bob dydd. BBC Cymru Fyw. Lawrlwyth ar ap, nawr.
More rain, Rita.
Thank you very much, Louise. And that is tonight's BBC News at 10. But the news continues here on BBC One. As now it's time for the news where you are. Good night.
Thanks, Rita. Welcome to Wales Today. I'm Lucy Owen. The headlines. Thousands of fans have gathered at the funeral of rock singer Mike Peters of The Alarm to say a final goodbye. And the health board that covers West Wales says changes are urgently needed, with some services described as fragile. Good evening, Noswaith. He was the frontman of Welsh rockers The Alarm and a long-standing cancer campaigner and fundraiser. Today, thousands of fans gathered in Denbighshire for the funeral of Mike Peters, who died last month, aged 66, after living with cancer for 30 years. The health board that covers West Wales says changes are urgently needed due to the fragility of its services. Hywel Dda Health Board has included critical care, stroke services and urology among those in need of urgent attention and is now asking for people's views. The health board is looking at a number of options, including halving the number of acute stroke units. Here's Lucy Vladev. And finally, Bangor has hosted a military parade to mark its 1500th anniversary. More than 1,000 people lined the streets to watch the parade to honour Bangor's rich military history and its ongoing community spirit. Nearly 200 serving soldiers and airmen from RAF Valley, veterans and cadets from bases across the UK took part. Well, time for a quick look at the weather now, and here's Sabrina.
Hello again. The Met Office have said that in Wales it has provisionally been the sunniest spring on record at times. That's your latest.
Still a bit mixed, isn't it? And that is it from the late team. We'll be back tomorrow morning with updates in BBC Breakfast from around 6:25 in the morning. But for now, from all of us here, thanks for your company. Good night. Nosta.